Hi, I'm Chris with 5 Technology Group. I'm just continuing our tutorial on some of the basics on how to use 1Password for Nebraska Hospital Association. So in my last video, I kind of demonstrated the basics on how to get logged into your account and how to create items in your vault or generate new items when you're on a website. So today I'm going to show you just a little bit more on that same topic, where this time we create the item directly from the extension up here in your browser rather than letting it do it on the website. So for this example, I'm a big fan of Ars Technica, a technology site where they do technology news. So let's say I want to create an account on this site. So we're going to click on the website, click sign in as if I was going to create an account, and then we're going to register now. So here is where you would be entering in your information that it would prompt you. So let's just say in the username field, it will give you the option to generate your username or you want to use your own. So I'm just going to use my own. We're just going to say 5 nines, and that account looks to be taken. So let's just say 5 nines test user. That's pretty specific, and I don't think it's going to be taken. And perfect, there we go. So in the email field, I have an email that I'd like to use. So I'm going to refresh. Normally you would punch in whatever email you'd like to use, but we're just going to use that same demo email that I was using earlier. And then right here, it gives you the option to save in 1Password and stuff like that. But we're going to actually click here and we're going to say generate password. And it's going to generate the password. You're going to click the autofill button and it's going to automatically fill in the item. And it kind of does the exact same thing that we saw earlier. So it prompts the save item option. It gives a name for the website. It automatically filled in the username field because I typed that in manually. Save the website directly right here with that password. It shows the email associated with it, and it allows me to choose my vault in which I want to save this in. So let's say I actually want to save this in a different vault. So let's say I want to put this in the accounting vault. So I'm going to say it's in the accounting vault. We're going to click save, and just like that, it will automatically save that item there. And then we're going to confirm that we're not a robot. Agree to create the account. And just like that, we've created an account. We're not going to worry about confirming the email address. The whole point is to demo 1Password. So we're going to pop back over here. And in our vault, which I was already logged into, if I kind of refresh the page, sometimes if you log out for more than 10 minutes, or I mean, if you're inactive, it will prompt you to punch in your password again. So I'm going to do that really quickly, just like that. Just log back in. And if we look in that accounting vault, you can see that item I just made. So it has the 5 nines test user, that strong password it generated, password strength, the website, automatically added an email associated with that. So it knows that there's an email and a username, which are differentiating. And then it also has your history. And you can go in here and you can edit this guy. And let's say you wanted to add a note and say, this is our company, Ars Technica account for accounting team. And then you just do save. And then you can update your password directly in your vault just like that. So that is how you would generate a new username and password directly from the extension menu when you're on a website here. So we're going to pause the tutorial and we'll pick up here in just a moment. Okay, to continue our tutorial, I kind of just want to show a little bit around the vault and kind of moving items around and things like that. So let's say there's an item in your private vault that you do actually want to move into another vault. Instead of having to recreate that item manually, you can simply move items. So let's say we want to move this guy right here. So this guy here is going to be your Google account that we created earlier. You're going to see this little share button right here. It looks like a square with an arrow. So we're going to click on that. So you can move, copy, you can duplicate the item, you can share it, create a private link so someone can access it from outside. But we're just going to move this item. So when we move the item, it will allow you to move it into a different vault. You can just make a copy so that way it still stays in your vault, but then it can get kind of messy and you might have items, you'll have duplicate items. You have stuff in your private vault, in this vault, in that vault. So if you want to just move the entire item, so let's say we want to move it to the administration vault, the item entirely disappears from your vault. If we go back up to the 1Password button and go to the admin, and right here, it shows that item here. And then also with this guy here, it will show you some statistics about that, and it'll also show if it's been moved and when it was created and things like that. So we'll just pop back to the main vault. So let's say we want to copy that guy. So we want to copy it back into our private vault. So then we'll copy it. So then the original one stays here. And if we go back to our private vault here, you can see the items right back. This guy right here, it's directly right back. So that's just kind of moving items in and out of vaults and things like that. Any of the groups and account or any of the departments that you might need to be a part of, those will be assigned by the owner or somebody at 5.9s accordingly before everything fully launches. But outside of that, those are just some of the basics for moving around your vault. You can also, within your vault or any of the vaults, you can star an item. So let's say I want to star that Google account. So I press the star button and it adds it to my favorites. So let's say this is an account I use frequently, like almost every day. Instead of like searching through, let's say you have a laundry list of items that goes all the way down, or having to type in Google every day, you just click right here on your favorites. It takes you right to your favorited items. And you can always unfavorite them as well and take those out of your vault or out of your favorite section of your vault. So that concludes this tutorial for just kind of going over how to create an item using the extension icon up in your taskbar of your browser, as well as moving items around between different vaults. We will conclude this tutorial and we will provide additional information in the next one. Thank you.